Hey, it's Mike here. I thought I'd show you another behind the scenes video. People seem to like the last one, so I'll show you another one. It's me again, hello. So this is, I'm currently editing episode 93, The Landor House Murders. Up here at the top, when you listen to the episode, you'll hear about 10 minutes in, there'll be a courtroom scene. You'll hear this sound.
Of the attack were never reported, and for her protection.
Right, you'll hear that bit. That's all to do with the courtroom scene. I won't give away too much. No spoilers in there. This is all the audio, which I've cleaned up. I made it nice and clean and fresh. There's no takes hours, but I get rid of all the breaths and the pops and the clicks and the mouth noises and all the bits that everyone hates. I hate it, so I spend ages getting rid of it. Just tucked underneath is a nice bit of music called Nocturnally. It's a little bit subtle. I've deliberately didn't want music under there. I've deliberately chosen something that's more atmospheric. So that sits there nice and quietly. Now, during this sequence, it's in the courtroom, and what you actually hear is the culprit is actually... they're playing a video footage that he has created himself of an attack. So what I've done... because obviously the real footage doesn't exist, and I wouldn't use it anyway. I've kind of fabricated my own, but to kind of give you the idea of what it's about. So,
which he had shot.
He had shot. So therefore, what you hear at the start of that, to make you understand from a distance what it is, there's a bit of white noise. Let me pop this in here. So you can see there's a little bit of white noise. There you go, that's kind of like detuned radio. So you know it's some kind of footage. As we get in there, I've put in some radio distortion as well. These are all kind of things that hopefully you won't notice, but they'll kind of embed into your head. There's, again, radio distortion. You wouldn't really get that on mobile phone footage, but for me, it kind of helps get across the idea that we're not watching something that's real. We're watching something, again, on there, more radio distortion footage. Because we don't have access to the original footage, what I've deliberately done, I got some footage of some I just wanted to get across the idea of an argument beforehand. So this is footage, this is just really an audio track of basically some drunks, some American drunks out in the street having a bit of a fight. You won't really hear this, but it's very subtle. You won't hear it, but when I mix everything together, all you'll understand, because I've reverbed it up, I've made it very, very echoey and very distorted. So even though I know what it is, you won't know what it is when you listen to it. You'll just hear shouting. In the background of it, there's a little bit of heart rate increasing. That'll be subtle as well. But the idea is that as we get more and more through the kind of the story, it's the footage itself, as it goes through, this heart rate is increasing. Hopefully you won't hear it, but hopefully it'll be kind of subliminal enough that you'll kind of hear it in your head. Oops. Sorry. I don't want to give away too much for next week. White noise is carrying on throughout. Here is... obviously, I didn't want to. The original footage isn't available, so deliberately what I did was I was going through kind of old 999 calls. I found this one. This was an attack on a lady up north in England. It was recorded by the police. It's not from this original attack, but what I've done is I've taken pieces of it, I've distorted it. I'm not going to play it to you now. I'm going to play you a little bit. And what I've done is I've deliberately distorted everything and mixed it in. So when you hear my audio, what you'll hear is you'll think that you're hearing the original footage, or you'll get a sense of it in the background, but you won't really hear it. So the idea is that you'll listen to this and feel quite disgusted by it, because I want you to feel disgusted. So
the jury was shown the mobile phone footage, which he had shot. Only the jurors saw the grainy images, and those in the gallery only heard the sounds. But their uneasy reactions filled in the blanks of what was obviously a brutal, traumatic, and distressing assault.
That's all I'm going to play you. So that's that. That's just a tiny piece. So that's taken about an hour to do that. But for me, I kind of feel it's important to kind of show you, to put in something like this to really get your heart pumping and to make you kind of, because that's what Murder Mile is about. It's about making you feel something, to emote. And I want you to feel disgusted by this so we can get to the next section, and it will make you feel more conflicted. So it's not about shock, it's really about emotion. So that will be in episode 93, which is the Landor House Murders. Hope you enjoyed that. That's just a little insight from me. Goodbye.